Hello, welcome to the Soulprint Minis. Today I want to take a look again at the sort of gun situation in the United States. Um, s- Over the long weekend, your Memorial Day weekend, um, there were something like 180 shootings and high teens, I believe. It may have been higher than that, were mass shootings. Almost 500 people injured. You know, what's it gonna take, right? What is it gonna take? So I wanna take a look and see, listen, this is the thing. One way or another, down the road, the United States is going to adopt some significant gun restriction laws. This is not about taking away people's rifles. This is about people running around with AK-47s. This is about people who should not have guns due to emotional or mental concerns having them. This is about anybody can carry their gun anywhere, it doesn't matter. You have somebody with a hair trigger with a gun, seems to me that's a little bit dangerous. So let's just take a look and see what the trajectory on that is, what it looks like. So it's not a question of if, it really becomes a question of when. And I see it as step by step. Okay, so Biden did whatever he enacted earlier. That was the biggest thing that had been done in decades. But I see it as incremental. Okay, and there are going to be federal sort of federal laws or restrictions put into place, and that then ultimately is going to have a lot to do with the makeup of the Supreme Court, because one of the things they did when they dealt with that rollback of Roe versus Wade was, it was, they sort of bounced it and they said let all the states decide what they want to do, and so a federal law is going to be hard to get through unless the Supreme Court um, stops being so lopsided. Take a look, shall we? Um, Gun law restrictions trajectory. Gun law restrictions trajectory. Gun law restrictions trajectory. Okay. All right. So right now, there's like a lot of confusion, and a lot of it is fear-based, right? As soon as somebody says something about, a 21-day waiting period, people in the South start screaming and yelling about the fact that their gun rights are being taken away, and you're not going to be able to do the traditional hunting and shooting. So what has happened is you're in a place right now where you have 80% or so of the country saying what is going on right now is not acceptable. But you have all of these different sort of states trying to enact gun restrictions or gun laws. Sorry about that. Gun restrictions or laws, but there isn't an overarching governing body, if you will. So there's a lot of confusion out there. It's not that there's confusion about what people want, um, or what the goal is. but there's a lot of confusion as to the path to take. And for a sort of almost as many governors as there are, there's that many paths. So that's where it's at right now. And don't kid yourself. You know, Republicans are doing their level best to keep this thing sort of. They don't want to keep it front and center. They just want to keep um, amplifying the fear. Okay, and so that's what they've been doing. However, the emotions of the people, the need for the people of the United States to feel like they are actually protecting lives, that people should be able to go to a Walmart or go to the movies or go to a Memorial Day celebration and not have their lives threatened. Um, Everybody agrees on that. And that's a good thing because you have the Ace of Pentacles saying, yes, there's going to be more done. There's going to be more legislation put in place. And ultimately, that's going to end up in a victory. Um, I'm kind of trying to get a bit of a timeline on this, and I really can't. But it feels as if um, sort of after the next election, is when you're going to see some more significant gains as long as people vote in a way that forces politicians to pay more attention to their constituents than the NRA. So there's that. See you soon.